Hi, Lisa here from the Mars Hill Art Center, and I do floral design in addition to crafts and all the things that we do here at the Art Center. And I have been dying to do something with some leftover flowers, so I'm gonna try it. This is my first try at this. I'm also not an expert at drying flowers, even though I've done a little bit of research, but this is just for fun. I wanna make this and then hang it up and then see how the flowers dry. But I have a piece of driftwood that I've had for a really long time and I've wanted to use it. I also have a piece of cardboard that I've turned into a loom. And in my other projects, I used it this direction. This one, I want it to be a little bit wider. And so I've cut little notches across the top and across the bottom to weave my jute string on. And I'm gonna grab a piece of tape to tape it down on the back. And I wanna show you how to loop this up before we actually get started. So I'm just gonna tape the end of the string on the back. And I'm gonna start in the very first notch here. And I'm just gonna go down and up, down and up, down and up to get this looped onto my loom. So taping it on the back keeps it from pulling all the way through when I pull it tight. So just gonna loop around and around. And I think I'm actually gonna do 2 of these because my piece of cardboard is short. I didn't want it to be too big so that you couldn't see it on the video. But what I can do is I can do this one and then I can do another one and I can tie them together so that it makes it a little bit longer. So you'll get to see just the first piece and then I'll post a picture of the completed project afterwards. So basically what I want to do today is create a woven piece of art with flowers. You don't have to use yarn, you don't have to use the typical weaving materials. You can use just about anything. In fact, I'm going to do another little video later about how to use recycled products. Okay, so now we've gotten to the end, so we'll cut this off and tape that one down on the back of our cardboard, just like we did the first one. And now that gives us our loom to work with. So I have all of these leftover flowers from a project that I did this morning, and I want to weave my flowers through my loom. So I want to use flowers that have a really long, hardy stem. And so this one I'm going to cut to about here. And I'm just going to take this just like I would a piece of yarn or thread. And I'm going to go over the first string, under the second, over the first, under the second. And I am leading with the end of my stem so that I can protect my flowers here at the end. But what I want to do after I get this first one in, when I take my second one, I'm going to go the opposite direction. Okay, so now that I have it in there, I'm going to just push it up. And now the next flower, and I'm going to choose a different flower, so I'm going to rotate my buds. But this time I'm going to go the opposite direction so that my floral product is on the opposite side. So I'm going to make this stem just a little bit longer. I want it to hang out of the end. So I'm going to start in the opposite direction. This first string is under this stem here, or excuse me, is over the stem. So the next one I'm going to start is going to go under. So I'm going to go under with this stem. And then rotate over, under, over, under. And I see I actually, well, we'll leave it. I goofed on the first one, I missed one. So that's how it's starting to look. So I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna put you on time lapse so we can get through this pretty quick. Okay, so here's my first half. Now I did learn something. I didn't leave the string long enough for a couple of where the knots are in this limb. So this one, I'll have to figure out how to tie a little bit better. And then if I want to add another section down below, I can, so that it's longer. And I think I just might do that. And then I can just use these ties to tie what I add to it. But isn't that cool? Like, that's gonna be so cool. Wish you could see. Actually, I'm gonna move you so maybe you can see what it would look like on a background.